The game you are about to watch comes from our testing of several rebalance features. The rebalance is not a final product, so it is still a work in progress. We are still changing things and reviewing everything. The exact changes for this video will be in the description below the video. If you want to join us with the discussion around the balance, feel free to join my Discord or come along when I stream. I do stream every Thursday and a Sunday. Sunday is specifically when I'm doing multiplayer games with the rebalance. So come in and talk to me then, talk to me on the Discord, talk to others on the Discord, onto the game. Well, welcome along to a 2v2 game here today. Between Krarilotus and Matty, and Altaruss and CIO. Unfortunately, I haven't got my team game overlay set up yet, so you're going to have to just deal with this one. Now, this is playing with the rebalance as well as bootstrap, so be aware that some of these units will not behave exactly how you remember. The description of everything that we've changed is down below the stream, down below the video. However you're watching it, it'll be available to you below. Unless, of course, someone else takes the video and puts it up somewhere else without my description, of course. But I don't think anyone's doing that at this stage, so we're good. And I don't know why anyone wants to do that, to be honest. So I think we should be good with that. Now, Krarilotus has the low ground. And he's gone very heavily into apple farms. Oh. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Altaruss also going heavily into apple farms. The high ground players, CIO and Matty, are going into... Alright, so here we got CIO going almost entirely into stone and iron. Whereas Matty have just got the one stone and going very heavily into the hunt. I think you should probably have dropped that down to maybe 1 or 2 and gotten this extra economy straight off the bat. But right now he definitely has the resources to get the extra stone quarries out. And needs to get them out fast. Because he's starting to fall behind eco-wise. Now Krarilotus will probably end up sending food to Matty. So he doesn't need all this hunt. He just needs to be able to get the resources and send gold back to Krarilotus. And that should, if they work too well together, that should be all they need. Now, CIO has only gone for 1 farm and 1 hunter. Actually, no, he's gone for 2 farms. Don't know why I went all the way out there instead of 1 here, or even here. But to each own. Now, Altaruss and Krarilotus can come up the top of the hill here for some extra stone iron, and they can try to come to this corner here for extra stone. But generally, they are going to be food eco powerhouses. Krarilotus already starting to shift into wheat for a bread eco, while the high ground is going to be very heavily stone and iron and potentially weapons eco. Now we've noticed that the rebalance has encouraged heavily going into weapons eco, whereas in non-rebalance games, you'll notice a lot more Arabian units and almost no weapons economy at all, whereas here you'll see a lot of European units coming through. We've got some horse archers over the right hand side. Honestly, I reckon they should be trying to shoot down the deer. Please tell me the hunter's not going to deal with this. It's fair, that woodcutter's not quite. Never mind that then. These guys are going to get killed off. Between the Lord and this horse archer, they're all dead. Bye bye! This horse archer should go down to these guys, but Looks like he'll be able to get a bit of damage in first. Now the Lord's trying to get some extra damage and breaking this army fairly well. On the other side, we have a pretty ambitious moat over here, with most of his wheat sitting outside the moat, which is interesting. Now I know that he can't actually get the moat out there, but he should really consider getting some stone. Maybe get CIO to send him some stone so they can build a gatehouse with a drawbridge. Matty has walled up the side of his cliff and is moating out the backhand side. Now you'll note that this grass here, because of the wording, cannot fit any farms on it, so it's just there for decoration. So Matty has not lost any farm space by doing this. Someone didn't get any stone. I have no idea who. I assume that must have been Krarilotus. He's got no name. We've got a random assassin sitting inside his base. He is dead. Really? I would not have called you dead at this stage. CIO's playing a bit too passive for that. Can't get wood because of these guys. That's why you have allies. You know, Matty has a lot of stone. Yeah, I won't. Oh, is that? But yeah, that's why you have an ally who has a ton of access to a ton of stone. There we go. Looks like he's just sent some. We got trebuchets coming out from CIO to try break this guy. This is where I think going for a ballista would have been a smarter idea. To break these trebuchets. Because those rocks are not going to be accurate enough, unfortunately. I mean, they're enough to do damage to everything else. But not to break these two trebuchets. Really should get rid of that. Tower coming out the front. Lord coming out to claim the hill. Wait, is anyone hunting these? I think these guys are supposed to be hunting these, but no line of sight now, so they won't actually hunt that. Krarilotus, you should probably consider bringing your Lord back about now. Quickly, before they realise that how vulnerable your Lord is. And kill him off. Because that could be very problematic. And that tower has gone down. Looks like they managed to get rid of one of the trebuchets. Maybe get some fire ballistas would be a great idea. That could clear this off and burn the base down. I think fire ballistas would be a great idea right now. Trebuchet, not so much, but if you've got the gold, you know, may as well give it a shot. Now it's got Lord versus Lord with the assassins coming in. The assassins drop to the archers, no problems there. And they back off, and the Lord backs off as well. I think Krarilotus is trying to draw this Lord out. His Lord is definitely weaker, so I don't think he should be trying to do this. This is way too risky right now. He's got his own assassin there. And more. Oh, that might even be enough. That's a lot of assassins. With the Lord there as well. That could be enough to kill off CIO. We've got some assassins appearing at the top of the hill here. Krarilotus pulling his Lord back, but these assassins can still potentially do the damage. CIO trying very hard to get his Lord away. I do believe we're getting some more slingers out to try to deal with them. This is now going to fail. the archers and slingers up here will drop that. Now these trebs are actually starting to do work. I would like to see a couple more of them targeting this tower. But that's a lot of value damage done to destroy these buildings here. That was very actually well played from Matty. And these guys are going to draw fire from all these archers and preventing anything from hitting this stuff. Trebs, yeah, the trebs, you got to deal with them. He's trying to get more archers up there to try shoot them down. Matty, you really need to target that tower fast. He's getting enough up there. You might even lose the trebs. It looks like he's going to lose the first one. It's down. But he needs to get something. I mean, they can still take that out. You need to have some troops up there to deal with that. But I mean, those troops got their value from destroying these buildings anyway, so it's not the end of the world. We got a fire ballista, shields, and range units coming out here from Krarilotus. And I have not seen too much from Altaruss so far. What's wrong with your dairy farm? This one? No worker. There's no worker at that. There goes the worker. I think it was sleeping it would have done it. Alright. Now we've got catapults up here. Catapults with these guys there are not a good idea. Wait, where did the... I have no idea. Alright, looks like we might be starting to work now. Got the workers sitting there, so I'm just going to watch this for a little bit because... Yep, we got one coming out. Cows coming out, we're good. But CIO's been having to fight this fight on his own so far. And I really think Altaruss should definitely have the gold income to be able to help out a lot. Altaruss doesn't have a ton of gold. Huge population though. Both go to the weighted values. Not very high units. He must be sending a lot of gold over to CIO. Maybe that's been what's been happening. I mean, these catapults are not going to do too much. He needs to get some range units up here. And fast. Heck, buy some European bows. Just buy the bows and send the recruit. Or even just get Arabian archers. I don't care. Like, going up against these guys. Sit them behind that shield, you're fine. Now, while we wait for that to figure out, we do need to watch these guys over here. But I really want to go double check the total gold income from Altaruss is really low. I did not expect it to be that low. I guess he's been reinvesting it all straight away. These catapults just... I don't know what he's paying on them. He would have been better off getting fire ballista. Maybe get one catapult and the rest fire ballista. And there he goes with the archers. The slaves trying to get up there for Krarilotus and getting slaughtered by the horse archers. CIO's starting to move into the crossbows right now. Tower coming from Matty. I mean, based on what CIO has going for the mangonel at this time, might actually work out. But I always prefer a ballista on top of those towers. Personally, until their shield's out, I always think that it's better to go for ballistas. But we do have mangonels coming from Krarilotus. We've got maces trying to chase down these fire ballista. Shields over here trying to shoot them down. It is kind of annoying that we've got orange versus yellow on this side. Makes it a bit harder to figure out where everyone is, but that's okay. Now, it looks like Altaruss, at this stage, he should be really pumping into his economy here. He should be getting tons of gold to be able to respond to all this. He's got a cathedral out, sending over some monks. Monks at this stage, not a good idea. I mean, they can't get over this moat. He needs to get some maces out to deal with the moat first. The monks aren't really doing too much for him. I guess they can hold some defense. He does have some macemen coming out here from CIO. Wait, what? Wait, how did those? What? How? What? You guys saw that, right? Tell me someone else saw that. Matty unmanned those catapults, and the engineers that came out of them were blue. Matty is not blue. Matty's ally is not blue. Altaruss, his enemy that's down here, is blue. How the heck did Altaruss manage to get engineers here? Even if you say, oh, you know, that wasn't actually Matty's catapults. There's no way that those catapults were Altaruss's. And there's no way they just walked up there and I just saw that incorrectly. Those were blue, they got shot by these archers. How the hell did that happen? Now, before this game started, Krarilotus was saying that this was going to be an easy win for Altaruss and CIO. And, well, they certainly have not made it an easy win so far. I would really like to see some fire being thrown into Altaruss' base. A fire ballista being able to target this would be devastating. Absolutely devastating. We've got a trebuchet over here trying to break in, trying to send some diseased cows. I think there might have been more than that. There was way more stuff there. Looks like Krarilotus is coming to the site, trying to come over to the left side. He realizes that CIO's pretty much dead. Most of what he's getting is probably gold coming from Altaruss, and he needs to shift this focus away onto Altaruss. Stop letting Altaruss get this huge economy going on his own. I do believe that Altaruss has the stronger economy out of the low ground players. I think what Krarilotus has here and what Matty has up here is more than enough to deal with CIO. So they need to shift the focus over to dealing with Altaruss at this point. And again, that fire, get some fire ballista up top on this top hill, could be devastating. We do have... Nope, they're all shields. Now, I don't know if they realise that. Yeah, they've just realised that there's a gap on the moat over that way. And they're going to fix it up now. And now they should be getting the your keeper's enclosed message. I don't see any other way. No, they probably won't, because the game thinks that that is there. Which means every time that this gatehouse gets locked off, they will get that message. Interesting to see these catapults and all these troops up the top here. This trebuchet's been doing well. We've got a lot of catapults coming out this left hand side now. Cows don't do anything to siege weapons. You realize that, right? Trying to throw crap cows at these siege weapons here. That's a lot of catapults. I think he's accidentally left his crossbowmen behind. But those shields and catapults are going to come up here, I think. And potentially defend these guys from these arrows, but they'll be there too late. Nope, they're just going to sit at the bottom of the hill. This is where Mass Monk would be a great thing. Wait, why have we got so many gatehouses at the back here? What the hell are with these gatehouses? Krarilotus! That was Krarilotus spamming gatehouses. What the hell am I looking at? Seriously. And he sees this coming. And I think this, Matty, you should not be able to hear me, by the way. No, I think Matty is responding to Krarilotus. Krarilotus is getting very upset. Now, this army could do a lot of damage. This manga now really needs to shift target right now. I'm pretty sure Matty was responding to Krarilotus, not to me. But if you are hearing me, Matty, you should really have the stream muted. Krarilotus needs to over the moat. I think that's why he placed all those gatehouses to say, hey, look, see these gates? You need one over here. The knight's coming in. And they get thrown off. Matty still hasn't done the gatehouse. And Krarilotus is going to be getting so pissed right about now. And I really shouldn't be laughing at it, but it is hilarious. This thing, at this point, those should probably be catapults. I really want these guys to run up and just kill off CIO. CIO's healed up, but he has not got much. An army of monks will kill him off, and then Altaruss all of a sudden has to deal with this. I mean, heck, send some slaves up the top here, around the side, and all the way in here and burn his houses. It'll take a while, but a ton of damage. Now Matty's trying to shift his focus to the backside, but it's going to be too little, too late. And only archers as well. Archers against shields, not a good mix. I don't think Matty knows what to do at this stage. The cows is going to kill off almost all of those archers. It's going to spread. Next one down. And what doesn't get the disease is getting shot down by the crossbowman. At this stage, the macemen should just be sent straight in. Matty does not have the troops to respond. Well, if Matty dies first, that is going to be game. Victory to Altaruss and CIO. If CIO dies first, well, it could go either way still. CIO's we were just playing a map of CIO's creation where he'd put some high ground accessible to the enemy that could be ranged very easily, and they were giving him a hard time for it being overpowered. And now he's throwing that back in their faces with this, because he can't get any buildings up. But these maces is probably going to kill Matty off. This is quite probably the end of Matty. Please tell me you're going to send them all the way in. 5 swordsmen? 6 swordsmen. Not enough. Killing pits, good move. I doubt he has enough. I don't know why your macemen are just standing there. I think he's waiting for some slaves. No? I would like to get a whole lot of slaves or monks out here just to run over those killing pits. That could be devastating trying to run those guys over it. What are you making at the back here? Those look like they're going to be shields. No, trebuchets. Those trebuchets are too close. Maybe put some walls in front of it. I mean, good idea, but you need to get some walls so that the archers don't just wreck it. Heck, the catapults don't wreck them. I don't know why he's moving. I mean, he could have wrecked those. And it doesn't look like CIO's sending anything out to deal with these killing pits. But we do have slaves coming out from CIO. I highly doubt they're going to do anything. But he does have some horse archers over the right hand side here trying to be distracting. At this stage, I mean, to be fair, Matty does not have a dairy farm, so he can't throw any cows. But maybe he should be trying to do that. And get these trebuchets targeting here now. If these guys are out of range, throw some from these guys. I mean, this here is going to save CIO's bacon. I do not know what Matty's got to do here. He needs to have some sort of response to this, though. The killing pits have been great at deterring this army. Maybe he does, but I feel like he can't have enough killing pits to stop this from killing Matty. But it is enough to stop Altaruss from trying, from risking it. So it's doing its job. I'll have to ask him after the game how many killing pits he actually had there. Yeah, the disease count, not great there. And now CIO's getting his own trebuchets out to respond in kind to Matty. I don't think either player knows what to do. And Krarilotus is going, okay, look, you know what? If you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to dig my own moat and put it... And the disease going into the macemen there. Macemen are going to shift around. Matty! Wait, Matty, what are you doing with this gatehouse? I have no idea what he's planning on doing here. Get an assassin up that gatehouse. That's not manned, that's why it's not being used, right? And due to the numbers, the macemen by far away. Matty's trying to go for an end run, I think. That's Matty's gatehouse as well. Okay, I don't know why he bothered putting the walls between the cliff and the gatehouse. You can just put the gatehouse right on the next to the cliff, but hey. And that way he could have got his knights straight through there. More engineers coming out for Altaruss, as if he didn't have enough already. And those are going to go into trebuchets to counter these guys. Again, disease does not affect siege units. But Matty has no idea how to respond to this assault here. I mean, if you got these guys throwing some diseased cows instead, that would probably be a lot better off. But I mean, that disease, too far. That was a good move though. To be fair, again, I don't think Matty has any diseased cows to throw. Excellent, trebuchet down. trebuchet down. I like to see that. And more stuff down. Oh no, he destroyed the gatehouse too early. Can they take that one tile of wall? No, that one tile of wall is not enough. It's too small. It's been damaged too much. That's a shame. If he had left that gatehouse there, he probably would have been able to use that to break into Matty and kill him off. Now it looks like the Treb War has gone to Altaruss'. Honestly, at this stage, you need to destroy that wall and build your own gatehouse on it. I mean, you can do that. I mean, you saw that Matty's done it to you. You can destroy that wall and do it yourself. Well, or rather have CIO do it for you. And that is what I think should be the play here. I like to see Krarilotus using these catapults a bit better, but hey. And destroying that to make sure that we don't get anything through there. And it looks so good for Matty and Krarilotus earlier. And that's going to do a ton of damage. But this red economy for Altaruss' is just insane. Krarilotus just... I mean, I don't think he has a patch on it. Let me actually go into Eco here. Comparing Krarilotus and Altaruss'. Bakeries. 41 bakeries for Altaruss', 26 to Krarilotus'. Weapons productions. Krarilotus' does have a slight advantage over that one. But it looks like these guys are mostly working as effectively as possible as well. He's got backing up of wheat. Sorry, of flour. Krarilotus' doesn't seem to be backing up on anything though. No, he does have flour sitting there. I think he's blocked off some of his own wheat production here. He's only got 4 at the back here versus... 5 at the back here for Altaruss'. I guess that's about the same. Yeah, so there's room for 1... Wait, no, he's got 5 at the back here, so it's the same. Difference is they've got 3 here. And Altaruss' has... Well, here's those 3, and then he has these 5 out here as well. That is a lot of mace. I mean, at this stage, that's enough macemen to just run over there and take the losses. At this stage, I actually think Matty might have filled that with killing pits. But if you destroy that, you can build a gatehouse there and waltz right in and avoid all the all of it. Although those cows are going to do a ton of work. Let's watch that damage done. More disease coming in. That was actually... And he keeps some of them in the disease. That is a lot of red and yellow macemen there that really don't need to be red or yellow. And he runs through more disease. One of them even dies to it. Only 1 death, so it's not too big a deal. But Alder goes, look, you know what? If that's the case, I'm going to destroy your catapults. That's what you get for trying to wreck mine. Wait. He's got... I mean, that can't last. He's obviously got thrown some pitch down in here. Maybe even some down here. Back around to... there. And they're going to dig through. They will definitely get through. And barely take any damage. In the meantime... Interesting approach to put 1 tile of wall. He probably should put some braziers at the back edge of the gate of the keep there. Ah, the stupid... Alright, they got through. They're fine. He's going to wait for them all to group up before he goes through. Often, once you get to that one tile, ooh, I can see that that's getting filled with something. We saw those tiles being changed. That is getting filled with something. Considering what he has, that's probably more pitch ditches. Okay, I do not know what these guys think they're doing. I don't even think he's got any. Okay, they're trying to get to this one here. Well, one of them is. Alright, let's have a look at the fight on the other side. I'm not sure too much what Krarilotus has been doing. But I do believe that both players have, both Altaruss and Krarilotus were distracted on this side with some little raids. Those horse archers belong to CIO and are definitely doing work. Tower down, which is great. And Matty has no popularity. Does he have no food or something? I have no idea. I assume he must have... Wait, where's his granary? Wait, that's his granary there. Okay. He's just had it being delivered. I think he's possibly still taxing as well. Popularity is going up with that food arrives. So that's... Maybe you should be asking Krarilotus for food. That would be a good time to be asking for your assistance from the ally who has a ton of food production. Alright, he needs to stop this patrol somewhere. Just getting more arrows out is not going to be enough if the patrol's done right. Get a couple of those macemen targeting him, and that's all you need. One maceman will finish that off. Ballista here, which is great. Destroying a shield. Okay, cool. And the fire gets lit. I have no idea how much I lost miss because of that. But by the looks of it, quite a bit, because there does not look to be any macemen in that group. And that was a huge group of macemen. I'm so disappointed I missed that. I wish I had some control so I could rewind it to actually go rewatch that, because that would have been beautiful. I'd like to see those catapults used just to wreck this economy a bit more. Matty is on 39 popularity. Slowly improving back up towards being able to actually provide and get more workers and get more troops. They need some sort of response to this, though, and I'm not even sure what that response. It would have to be a whole lot of your own trebuchets. Maybe set up behind this moat. Should be able to range that. At this stage, if you got some shields and catapults, so shields and archers or crossbows or something, just sitting here drawing fire, and send in macemen, that could do it. Anyway, we've got a large army here from CIO about to come out. CIO has made a bit of a comeback here. And I just don't think Krarilotus has the economy to compete with Altaruss. These trebs are just trying to wreck anything that they can. See, Matty should not have... Really probably should not have gone into... At least, certainly not this many bakeries. There's not really any need for going for bakeries all this far out. He should have this quarry back up. He should have mines. That should be his focus. However, to be fair, I mean, get some more ox teethers out this side. He's starting to lose the troops up on top of his keep now, though. The shields show up, but just a little bit too late. Almost everything on that keep has been killed off. anything worth having. Anyway, there's a couple of macemen there. A couple of pikemen. Slinger's still dying. Now, Krarilotus has gone for some bad things somewhere. There we go, getting built over the side there. And we do not have any bad things for Altaruss'. That could push Krarilotus' eco back up on top. Despite having, I mean, and he's building out extra bakeries, less efficiently placed. But he is closing in on Altaruss'. But the extra efficiency, the 50% bonus efficiency, should definitely make him back on top for the eco side. Zoom in over here. Let's see what these spearmen and macemen do. Absolutely nothing. I don't even know what they're trying to do at this stage. And he's going to retreat. A lot of wasted units for not much gain. Monks dying to more fire. More maces coming in. And those maces, if they get sent in right now, that could be enough. That fire will be gone by the time they get there. And that's going to be enough to kill off Matty. And once Matty's down, Krarilotus should probably just resign, to be honest. Let's highlight these guys, see how many of them get hurt by that fire. Absolutely none. We've got a little bit of damage here. Killing pits over here. Wait, what are you doing? Now that hurts. That is damage. Get that Lord out of there. I don't know why you put your Lord into that, but that was well timed. Don't think it was even intentional. It was completely accidental. And Altaruss' should be getting absolutely miffed by this point. And now we've got some disease getting thrown into his catapults and crossbowmen. Matty should probably destroy this guy here. Not entirely sure how his own buildings got destroyed. I think it's because Krarilotus' archer was the one who lit it, and that was the only thing that saved them right there. Like to see some rocks being thrown from here, Krarilotus, please. There we go. More cows being thrown in. And all of them are getting onto tiles that are stacked. Rocks are going to be the better case at this point. But we have more macemen. More macemen coming from. The amount of macemen that Altaruss must have lost by now is ridiculous. Let's actually have a look at the weighted stats here. The KD for Altaruss'. Oh, actually, he's done pretty damn well. 2,000. You know, he's actually got a higher KD. Displayed all those losses. Krarilotus doing well. I mean, look at those numbers for Krarilotus. It's insane. Now let us watch this stuff. We got some more cows being thrown, but unless there's some of that pitch got replaced, it's still sitting on the stockpile. So I don't think it got replaced. It's lit too late for over here. The Lord is retreating. The Lord is going to die. And he's dead. Matty goes down. Now what does Krarilotus do? Does Krarilotus think he can hold this? At this stage, he cannot keep the pressure on CIO, which means he's going to have to be fighting both. I do not think that he's going to be able to take on both players at once, but we shall see. He's still playing, so he obviously thinks he's got some sort of strength here. Okay, horse archers on top of the hill, not a good idea. Not even close to a good idea. Wait, what was that? What's shooting up there? I have no idea what just threw that rock that killed the unit up there. And I would think that, but they're not getting anywhere near hitting that. Alright, got a short patrol on those horse archers. I think he's just hoping to keep these guys occupied for a while. while he sends his main army over here to try to deal with Altaruss'. However, without any catapults of his own, I don't think this is going to be a good move for him. The catapults will shred any shields he has. At this stage, grab your archers and run those guys over. Triple Mangonel Tower coming out from CIO. Versus double from Krarilotus. And Krarilotus is trying to now claim extra stone from formerly Matt's Hill. I don't know if Matty came out to check the stream out, but if you're there, Matty, let me know. I really want to know how many killing pits you actually placed over here. All those trebuchets are down at least, but Krarilotus really should be retreating those guys by about now. Trebuchets, nice far back. I like that. I like it a lot. Should be out of range of any of these mangonels, but close enough to do a lot of damage here. Catapults coming forward. You probably don't want to do that because that's going to allow these guys to target your mangonels and miss long and hit your trebuchets. Wait, did that just get... what? Somehow that got destroyed. Another tower down. The pressure on CIO is great. But Krarilotus doesn't have to just only worry about CIO. He's got Altaruss here as well. And Altaruss should really be pushing right now. Getting up on top of this hill. And pressuring right in. I mean, you could wreck this here with what he has here. And then just start raining rocks and destroying this economy over here. I'm really disappointed that Altaruss is not being aggressive now, but it looks like he's getting the troops out to do that right now. Meanwhile, CIO is sending out some spearmen. I think he's going to try and dig through the moat again. And the macemen. Crossbows and shields coming out this side. It's quite a big army up the top here, though. Come on, Altaruss. You can be a bit more aggressive than this. There's not much up here. Almost everything he has is going off to deal with CIO. But if you could just get up here, you could wreck these mangonels. So these catapults, trebuchets, whatever you want to call them. And save CIO a lot of heartache with losing all this stuff. Just by setting your troops right here. And then once that's done, come up the top here. And then these guys don't have height advantage. You can come up right up here and clear these towers. Oh, look at those knights doing work. Krarilotus must be so peeved right now watching those spearmen, macemen, and knights doing a ton of damage. Meanwhile, he's like, you know what? If you're going to come down there, I'll send my crossbowmen up to the hill. Don't mind if I do. Get some height advantage. And the army now gets wrecked on this in turn. Krarilotus sending out some more engineers. Nope. Unmanning all these trebuchets. He's going to try to get some fire into CIO's base, I think. Catapults is the move here. Catapults to destroy all that stuff. Ballast, you can't just go fire ballista. Not with those all those catapults standing right there. Shields and protecting them, that might do okay for a little while. Crossbows and pikemen off this side. Lots of crossbowmen over this side. They should be able to deal with any of this stuff. He's got his own macemen up here. That's kind of interesting. I like to see them sent in and get a lot of damage on these buildings. Get rid of the cathedral, stuff like that. And as expected, all those ballista have been destroyed by the catapults here. That is a great placement for the cowl there. We can't see too many units because they're stacked so much, so only a few of them look like they're changing. But also, I think mostly it's catapults where it landed actually, so maybe it's not so good. But throwing some rocks is a good idea. You should probably be throwing some rocks from this guy right now. I think the rocks are going to do more damage at this stage. Alright, he's doing his best to send out spearmen and masons to try break this army of crossbows. Might want to get some of those pikes out there to hold them off. He's retreating on that side. That side's going to retreat too. That means that it's gone. He might have been able to make it if he kept pushing it, but it would have been lucky. Because he decided to retreat, I think he's going to lose the whole lot. You should have just committed, I think. Committed, taken the losses, and just get maybe a couple kills out of it. Just accepted that you were going to lose them all, because you pretty much lost them all anyway, and just committed. At least that way you might have got a kill or two. These Altaruss is backed off again. I don't know why Altaruss isn't pushing right now. He really should be. 450 units. CIO has 130. Between them, they have almost 600 units. They're closing in on double the amount that Krarilotus has. And both of them are sitting back and not really pushing it. Here comes the army going forward. Not sure why he's not taking the hill. Looks like he's going to go around the hill. I think he's afraid that those killing pits were still there. But they are outside of Krarilotus' build range, which means they definitely belonged to Matty. Having said that, this piece of wall here was Krarilotus'. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe it is a smart thing to be concerned about. I would not be sending all your macemen into this. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing. He doesn't have anything that can stop you. So you may as well, but may as well bring everything else over the hill, over the moat as well. Two fire ballists are trying to stop him. Excellent, good, smart move, going to target down the maceman, fire ballista. Got some macemen bugging out over here. Engineers. Okay, this is a perfect time to go kill those engineers off. Those macemen doing a ton of damage. Not sure why he's not claiming the hill, but even on the low ground, this is going to do a lot of damage. The fire ballista is going to wreck it. Krarilotus, if this goes on fire, Krarilotus is dead. And that's exactly what he's aiming for here. This could well be the end of the game right here. And Krarilotus knows that that's the problem. And he's got a wall up here to try preventing the fire coming in. But it's not right. Those arrows can easily go over that. There goes extra wall to prevent it. He's got plenty of stone. He's spreading it out as much. Wait, how did that even happen? I didn't even see anything to target that. But you got another house you could be targeting right now. Moving in closer, I like. Now he's too distracted to really push this side now, but he's gotten pretty close here. But now he's got trebuchets throwing rocks onto his shields. And this army should go down. He isn't able to watch it because he's too busy panicking over this. And I can't say I blame him. That army goes down. And CIO deliberately brings his knights right into the middle to try to destroy anything in there. These pikemen, I don't know why they're standing there, but some disease cows over there. Fire started. Krarilotus reacted quickly, destroyed the buildings before the fire could spread. I mean, right now, he could actually run in with his macemen to wreck these guys. That army at the bottom has been moved. No, they don't. They don't need more nerfing. You just need to learn how to deal with them. For a dead guy, you're talking a lot. Alright, taking the hill advantage, which is a great idea. Could try to wreck all this stuff. We can have a discussion after the game, right? Not in the middle of the game through text. Alright. I mean, okay. Doesn't matter, just stop. Not GG. They have to actually quit the game, end the game before the GG counts. I mean, there's no way that Krarilotus is surviving this. But if he's not actually quitting the game, let the game play on. This is a combination. The 2v2 map. So we have CIO and Altaruss in the bottom left. Krarilotus and formerly Matty up here. How's it going, Nikhil? Honestly, Krarilotus and Matty were looking really strong early on. They'd pretty much wiped out CIO. And then Altaruss finally got his massive bread eco up and running. And just had such a massive army and just walked over it. I think that these double gatehouses is actually kind of bugging out CIO's troops a little bit. Eventually, they're going to both be closed. Fire! Fire in the hole! And if that spreads... Come on, let it spread. There it goes. Now it's going to start spreading too fast for Krarilotus to put it to destroy buildings for it. I don't even know if he wants to. I think he just wants it to be over now. Let's zoom in so we can get all the lovely, lovely burning people. The ends are going to stop working as the workers start burning. 2 down, 3 down. Buildings are just getting destroyed. Rocks coming in. I'd like to see those catapults actually start targeting this gatehouse here. Maybe the fire ballast is targeting these guys or something. Alright, they've dug through the Now the question is, does he want to try push into the fire? Or wait? Yeah, I think Krarilotus was getting a little bit annoyed early on that Matty wasn't responding. Yeah, I do understand that. When you're in the fight, it's really hard to see all the all the message that come up in the corner there. Easy to miss things. Now that was a huge eco. I mean, I really want to see the building KD for in fact, I can actually see it. Building KD. 129 buildings destroyed from Altaruss. Going up. Don't. Big mistake sending all your troops running over the fire. Yeah, let's. And now the lot is finally going to go down. 2k gold at the end there. Krarilotus did have 8,000 gold sitting in the bank at the end there. Of course, without any any workers or anything. I mean, that's pretty clear. Let me just respond to Matty's last point. That was the point. Alright. Let's go straight into the military because that's the most interesting stuff. I don't know why the kills aren't showing up anymore, but they're not. That's alright. Pretty even for Matty. Altaruss' and positive. Krarilotus. The KD for Krarilotus is insane. 9,000 kills. Almost 10,000 kills, 9,000 losses. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Just buildings destroyed for Altaruss, 123. Most of that was in that fire at the end. Units recruited, 1,200, 1,000. And Matty, a measly 170. But he did get knocked out fairly early on, so we can't really blame him too much for that one. And the largest army, I think, should be accurate for this one. Altaruss definitely winning on that front. Checking into the economy side, Altaruss actually not even able to catch up with Krarilotus for the gold income, which is actually kind of surprising. Matty a little bit behind CIO, but considering he got knocked out fairly early on and CIO paid on, that was pretty decent. I think everyone needs a pause after that one. That was a pretty intense game. I mean, overall, I think like the Matty and Krarilotus team were in a strong position. It was just the juggernaut of Altaruss came in, and they just did not have a response to it.